inside the studio for NBA Showtime, Maria Taylor. We've got two Hall of Famers here with us, Tracy McGrady and Carmelo Anthony, one of which was supposed to bring good luck to the Nets in the draft lottery. Not so much, and we'll get to that.
Where's that other guy?
Where's that other guy? Want to say happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers who are out there. Thank you so much for joining us. A lot more NBA playoff basketball to get you set with. And speaking of that other guy, for today's Meaningful Moments presented by AT&T, the NBA draft lottery happened earlier this afternoon. That's where VC was. He was in Chicago, okay? So he's making his way back. He was representing the Brooklyn Nets. They received the #6 pick in the 2026 NBA draft. He was happy before. That's when they introduced him, okay? That's when they find out.
Smile, boy, smile, cuzzo.
That's actually the angriest I've ever seen VC. Look at that scowl.
Freeze it.
Right there. Ooh, what is VC thinking? He's like, nah, I gotta go get on this plane and go do the show.
I gotta go face T supposed to be there and Melo and already know.
And he's like, I know they're gonna be talking smack. Meanwhile, good news for the Washington Wizards. They received the #1 pick for the first time since selecting John Wall, #1 overall. That happened in 2010, by the way. He was at this year's draft lottery. Then it goes Jazz, Grizzlies, Bulls. They're gonna round out the top 4. Maybe the biggest surprise, the Pacers. They had a 52% chance to keep their protected top 4 pick. That goes to the Clippers because it fell to #5. And remember, that pick was a part of the Ivica Zubac trade. And the 2 playoff teams that will pick in the top 12, that'll be the Hawks and the Thunder. By the way, check out what the Wizards posted afterwards.
Yeah, Stringer.
They said, call us the wire. We're back up.
Yes, sir.
Because we're up right now.
Okay.
So that means that the Wizards, let's talk about it. They've got Trae Young. They've got Anthony Davis. They've got Alex Sarr. They've got a group of young lottery picks. Now, what do you do with the #1 overall pick? If you're in the room where it happens and you get to make the decision, who are you going with?
It's not that who I'm going with. Do we want to use that pick or do we want to trade it to get, more players to improve our roster? But I'm going with AJ.
Okay, there you go.
I was wondering where you was going at.
I was going to say, I was like,
where you was going at with that.
I think I'm going with AJ. I just think his upside is, out of all the players, I think he has the biggest upside. I love his ability to get downhill, to create shots. He's a tough shot maker, and he's a competitor. And I think playing alongside someone like AD and being with Trae Young will help him out tremendously in his first year. So, yeah, Washington could be back.
I mean,
Stringer Bell said it. They back.
There's a lot to be excited
I think
about.
first of all, they have to draft AJ. You just have to revitalize the energy back there in D.C. You establish yourself with your future in AJ with the #1 pick. Trae Young, it's a lot of excitement around Trae Young, who haven't played with the Wizards yet. AD, now he's thinking about, okay, I got a #1 draft pick. This is the type of player I can play alongside. I can help him develop. And let's not forget Alex Sarr, right? Alex Sarr was another top draft pick a couple seasons ago. If AJ can go there and be the all-around player that we know he should be, he could be, along with Trae and AD, now the Wizards are making some noise in the East.
Jabonza, he led the entire nation in scoring as a freshman, was the Big 12 Freshman of the Year. But this is a draft that has depth, though. You guys watch a ton of college basketball, so I know that you can speak to that too, Melo.
Well, you're talking about the #2 pick, right? Utah Jazz, right? And they get an opportunity to get a lead guard, right? And you talk, I thought about Boozer, then I'm like, you know what? They need a lead guard. They need somebody that can play alongside Lauri Markkanen. Lauri is in his prime right now, so they get a lead guard to work with him in his prime. They got Jaren Jackson there who can actually, he can play his position, he can rebound, he can score the ball, and now you put somebody alongside him. Now, if you don't want to do that, then you put Jaren Jackson alongside Carlos Boozer, Caden Boozer, right? So now you're talking about getting 2 versatile bigs out there. To me, that's the new modern front court if you get Boozer with JJ.
Well, the good thing about it, they're going to get a great player, right? A great talent that they could build on and be confident that that player is going to turn out to be who they want him to be.
Well, either way it goes, listen, the draft lottery keeps us from having our VC here, but we know that it's very, very deep. It's going to be a fun one to watch, and that'll be happening June 23rd and 24th from the Barclays Center. All right, let's get to the game that's happening here tonight. De'Aaron Fox, he's been the X factor for the Spurs this postseason. He's averaging more than 19 points per game in their 6 playoff wins, but less than 14 points in their 2 playoff losses. But guess what? Dora Stevenson caught up with De'Aaron Fox during this morning's shoot-around. Take a listen.
De'Aaron, I remember against Portland, you had brought up physicality being a big piece of that series. 3 games in with the Wolves, what's become paramount against them?
I mean, I think that's at the forefront. When we start the game off the right way, we put ourselves in a good position. And I think that's how it was. Obviously, they fought back, and it's a good team. So, you're not just going to come out and what happened in game 2 is going to happen. But it gives us a chance, to stay in the game. And then when we get towards the end of the game, you focus on that in execution.
So you bring up the start of the game. What's the importance of coming out with a punch?
Especially on the road, you have to, because you allow a team, at home to go on a run. The crowd gets into it, they're into it the whole game, and it's hard to fight back. So you don't want to put yourself in a hole, going into, the meats and potatoes of the game.
Looking at the numbers, there's a direct correlation between you playing well and this team playing well. In wins, your points per game are up, assists, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. So what does this group need from you each and every night?
Just come out and aggressive. Just come out and be aggressive. If shots go in, it's a make or miss league. Those things happen, but making sure we're getting shots on the rim, not turning the ball over. I think those are the important things. And then we create good shots for ourselves and for our teammates. So when we're creating those shots, we're not turning the ball over, our percentages go up. When we're turning the ball over and it gets harder for us, obviously that's when we struggle.
Victor, we got to talk about him, right? What he does on defense, sure, but the passion that he brings to each and every game, what's impressed you most about what he's been able to do during this run?
I mean, he loves the game. All season you see the way that he takes care of his body, the work that he puts in, not only in the game, but for his body as well. Like, these are the things that, we kind of expect out of him. We don't expect him to be that efficient. I think it was like, 13 for 18 or something last game. But for us, we just try to help him. We try to give him those easy lobs because that makes the other things that he does, so spectacular. The ones with the step back threes, or he gets into his ISO game, we don't help him with that, but we can make the other parts of his game easier, and then those things come out.
So many people talk about even just his presence around the rim because they're scared he's going to block a shot. How much do you feel that in practice?
I mean, that happens on the offensive end and defensive end. You get around the rim when he's on defense, you think about it twice if you want to go up. And on offense, he's such a lob threat, he's such a vertical threat that when we're driving, you'll see bigs not want to, come away from him, and it makes our game easier as well.
Thank you for the time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Along on the Peacock app. All right, you heard De'Aaron Fox. He was talking about we got to keep making it easy for Wemby. Rudy Gobert, he's going to try to make it a little bit harder. Is that a balancing act? What we got
Yeah, that's the
going on
WAF.
right now? That's how you get ready? Okay. you know that bad boy? The ankle strength? Okay, get strength in that ankle, okay? He had 3 double-doubles in the first round, has yet to have one against the Spurs. We'll see what Rudy has for us tonight. We already saw what the Knicks had. They continue to make history and have an outstanding postseason. That's why Melo's in the double-breasted today. They win 144-114. We got the highlights coming next.
All I'm missing is a waff.